Hello and welcome. The story begins on a beautiful, sunny morning. Andy and his wife Michelle are preparing to go on a week-long vacation. While packing, Andy does something unusual. He seems worried that there might be danger on their trip, so he packs a gun along with their luggage. Their eldest daughter, Emily, is at home with her younger brother, Ethan, and younger sister, Lexi. The younger siblings are typical teenagers, spending their time playing games on their phones. Emily gathers them to say goodbye to their parents. Andy and Michelle say bye and drive off, starting their journey. However, they don't realize they are being followed. A strange car has been tailing them right from the start of their trip. As Andy drives down a lonely stretch of road, the car behind them speeds up and pulls alongside them. Suddenly, the people inside the other car start shooting. Andy tries to escape the gunman. He swerves the car violently to dodge the bullets, but he loses control and crashes into a tree. Seeing that Andy's car is wrecked, the gunmen stop. They get out and immediately start searching Andy's car, looking for something specific. When they can't find what they want, they decide to destroy the evidence. They set the car on fire with Andy and Michelle inside. Then, they push the burning vehicle into a nearby river to hide their crime. That night, a police officer arrives at Andy's house. He breaks the terrible news to Emily. Her parents are dead. Emily is devastated. Later, she has to identify the bodies, or at least what remains of them. The family holds a funeral the next day to say their final goodbyes. But deep down, there is a lingering question. Are their parents really dead? No one seems to know for sure. With their parents gone, Emily has to grow up fast. She takes on the role of a mother, handling all the household chores. At night, she acts as a protector, ensuring her younger brother and sister are safe. The next day, a detective visits the house. He reveals a shocking truth. Their parents didn't die in a simple car accident. They were murdered. He shows Emily photos of suspected killers and hands over the few personal items recovered from the crash site. After the detective leaves, Emily goes for a run to clear her head. While she is listening to music, she receives a phone call from a woman named Heather McClure, who works for the Waypoint Research Group. Heather says she has reviewed Emily's job application and offers her a position. However, she asks if Emily is willing to relocate. Emily, who currently has no job, immediately accepts the offer. When Ethan and Lexi come home, she tells them the news. They are moving. Ethan and Lexi are furious. They refuse to leave their childhood home, but Emily explains the harsh reality. They have no income, and the funeral costs were huge. They can't afford to stay. Ethan and Lexi argue that they don't want to change schools or leave their friends, calling Emily selfish. That night, Lexi goes to the kitchen to get a drink of water. She looks out the window and sees a stranger standing outside in the dark. She screams in terror. Emily calls the police, and officers patrol the house for the night. This scary incident changes everything. Ethan and Lexi realize they are not safe. There, they agree to move. They pack their belongings and put a for sale sign on the house. The siblings move to a new house in Louisiana, where Emily used to live. The new house is smaller than their old one. For Ethan and Lexi, who have never lived anywhere else, it feels strange and lonely. They miss their parents terribly. The next day, Emily starts her new job. The company researches natural plants to create agricultural medicines. It seems like a good opportunity, and her coworkers are friendly. That night, Emily has a nightmare about her parents. She wakes up and looks out the window at a passing train. As she watches, she remembers something strange. A tattoo on one of her coworkers' arms. She looks out at the street and sees a car parked there. Inside is a man with that same tattoo, staring at her house. Emily is creeped out. The next morning, while eating breakfast, Emily sees a news report on TV. Her coworker, Max, has been murdered. Emily is shocked. She looks up Max's social media account out of curiosity. As she scrolls through his photos, she freezes. There is a picture of Max standing with her father, Andy. She is confused. How did they know each other? Meanwhile, Lexi wakes up from a nightmare, terrified. Emily has to comfort her. Determined to find answers, Emily contacts Ted, one of her father's old co-workers. She asks him about the connection between her father and Max. Ted promises to help her investigate. In the next scene, Lexi is at school, practicing for the cheerleading team. While practicing, she notices someone watching her from near a tree outside the school grounds. Curious, she walks over to the tree. There is no one there, but she finds something on the tree. Her mother's necklace. Lexi is shocked. She thought this necklace was lost or destroyed in the fire. She shows it to Ethan. What they do not realize is that the same strange car that followed their parents is always watching them. When they get home, Lexi shows the necklace to Emily. Emily tries to be rational. She says, millions of people in the world have the same initials. It doesn't mean anything. The siblings try to dismiss it as a coincidence. That night, while they are relaxing, Ethan is playing video games. He looks out the window and sees a man standing outside. He shouts to Emily. Emily grabs a double-barreled shotgun, and Ethan grabs a baseball bat. They rush outside to confront the intruder. But when they get there, they see nothing. The next day at work, Emily receives strange emails. The sender claims to be her father. The message warns her that she is in danger. Emily demands proof that it is really him, but the sender stops replying. Just then, Ted calls her. He gives her an address and tells her to meet him there immediately. Emily drives to the location. Meanwhile, Ted is waiting for her. He hears a noise and opens his door to check outside. Suddenly, someone attacks him and kills him. When Emily arrives, she finds Ted dead. Terrified, she calls the police. She realizes she is in deep trouble. She rushes home and tells Ethan and Lexi that they must stay together and lock all the doors and windows. But her siblings don't take her warning seriously. That night, after everyone is asleep, Emily hears a noise. She takes her shotgun and patrols the house. She sees a shadow pass by the window and fires her gun. The police arrive and guard the house. Emily's boyfriend Shane also arrives. He helps board up the windows and insists on staying the night to protect her. Later that night, Ethan wakes up to strange noises coming from the attic. He sees Shane coming down from the attic. He asks what Shane was doing up there. Shane lies, saying he was just checking the house for intruders. The next morning, Ethan and Lexi go to school, and Emily goes to work. At the office, she sees a file on Shane's desk that doesn't belong there. She tries to use the office phone, but the line is dead. The wires have been cut. She opens the file. It contains life insurance documents. Inside, she finds the will of her boss, Heather McClure. In the will, there is a confession. Heather admits to killing Emily's parents. Emily is stunned. Suddenly, gunshots ring out in the office. Emily hides. She tries to leave, but she runs into Shane. But Shane has been shot. Before he can say a word to her, he collapses and dies. Emily realizes she is the next target. She takes Shane's gun and calls the police. She then rushes to pick up Ethan and Lexi from school. She tells them they are in immediate danger and need to leave town right now. Back at the house, Emily goes to the attic. She finds a book about crimes that her father had hidden. As she reads it, she discovers a horrifying scheme. A group of people is killing sick individuals to collect their life insurance money. She realizes her parents must have been targets of this group. As Emily and her siblings prepare to leave, the killer arrives. It is the woman who's supposed to kill her parents. She points a gun at them. Emily hands him the book of crime records. Her father kept hoping it will satisfy him. The killer laughs. She has what he wants. She then reveals her true identity and her team. She tells her that Ted, her father's friend, and everyone at her workplace were part of this criminal group. She accuses Emily of killing her associates and prepares to shoot her. Suddenly, the killer hears a noise. Outside, she is distracted. Emily seizes the moment and attacks her. She and her siblings run into the woods to escape. The killer chases them, firing her gun. Emily tells Ethan and Lexi to hide. She decides to act as a decoy to draw the killer away. She'll go to the killer. She has a gun, but it only has one bullet. She fires. The bullet hits the killer in the arm. She falls to the ground. Emily cautiously approaches her, but the killer is faking it. As Emily gets close, she raises her gun to shoot her. Bang! A gunshot rings out. But it wasn't the killer. The killer falls back, dead, shot by someone else. Emily turns to look in the direction of the shot. She gasps. Standing there holding a smoking gun is her mother, Michelle. She is alive then. Emily and her mother go to the Ethan and Lexi. But when they arrive, they see Ethan and Lexi, their father, Andy, already there. Andy is alive too. The family is reunited, crying and hugging. Andy and Michelle explain everything. They reveal that they never went on vacation. They were actually on their way to the FBI to report the life insurance crime ring and hand over the evidence Andy had collected. Andy had taken a gun because he knew it was dangerous. When the killers attacked their car and they crashed into the tree, Andy and Michelle fought back. They managed to kill the attackers. Then they came up with a plan. They dressed the dead killers in their own clothes and put them in the car. They set the car on fire and pushed it into the river to fake their own deaths. This was the only way to disappear and protect their children while they worked to take down the rest of the gang. They explained that they have been watching over Emily, Ethan, and Lexi the entire time. The strangers the kids saw outside the house were actually their parents, guarding them from the shadows. The movie ends with the family safe and finally back together. The nightmare over.